Hi guys, so it looks like today I'll be putting out 3 videos. It's not my plan to do that, but I have so much to go through. I still have things from last craft day, things that people have seen in my hauls and they ask me about it, because sometimes I'll ask like, oh, you guys, let me know what you guys think, or if you want me to haul things like this, or not haul things like that, but to actually work on them. I know from the last craft day I still have like the little bird house from Crafter's Companion, and somebody even asked me if I would use the owl on there because there's also a little bird, and I was like, yeah, of course. And it's not that I'm just, messing with you guys. I will do it. It just might take some time. So I am definitely going to do those things. So these things are obviously items I've purchased. If I do have affiliate links there, they will be in the description box, which means I will make a small commission if you were to purchase anything from those links. Normally I just go through and I do the haul, but now I do have affiliate links since I've been applying for those different programs. So it's a little different in that I have to let you guys know about that instead of just going through the stuff like I normally do. So what's interesting, okay. Oh, look at that. I don't know if it's interesting, but I realized I haven't even reviewed these things from Anna Griffin. I did the pop-up set, but I never went back and did the Fantastic Flips, which I still have. And then this is the Anna Griffin Criss-Cross Square die, and it's an auto ship, but now it's still available, it's just not auto ship. So if you were still interested in this, you can get it, but again, you're not gonna get the other 2 auto ships. I believe it was 2 other ones. So again, it comes on the nice magnetic board, and what's funny, I also have my square compendium because I figured, how am I gonna layer this? I thought, oh, I have my square compendium, I'll cut something from there. And I just realized with the square compendium, this one is the same size as like the one with the binder holes, but this one is just a big piece, and I've noticed that. It's just the big piece that supposedly goes into like a magazine holder, but I had them both together like this anyway in a magazine holder, so I don't really care, but I just thought that was funny. I never noticed that they were 2 different sizes. It's because of the outer die. But so this pretty lady, I'm just gonna do this real quick. I don't think it's gonna take very long, to be honest. We're just cutting this guy down and then oh my goodness, I can't get this out. And then layering it up. So hopefully it'll be something kind of quick. Yeah, so it just makes like a little jacket, like an envelope, like I don't know what you want to call it. Just another pretty item that you can just put on the outside of your card, basically. I think this ends up being, doesn't really tell you, does it? Well, it doesn't tell you the size. And then I had these guys that I did review, or I didn't quite review them. I just threw them in with another video because they were sitting next to me, and so I did them. These are Anna Griffin square embossing folders, and I believe it's only a set of 2. I was looking, I was like, is there a third one? No, I think it's 2. If it's 3, then there might be a third one. I don't know. These are only 2 I grabbed right now when I looked at my Anna Griffin stuff. But this one has a circle, and then I thought, well, that's kind of cool because this has like that circle die, so maybe it'll work somehow, some way. I don't know. We will see. So I'll put that there. And then if I'm going to cut a mat, I'll cut it with this. But let's focus on this outer portion first. And I was looking for something that had lavender. I don't know why. I was in a purple mood. And I saw this and I thought, oh, this is pretty. This is Anna Griffin's floral cardstock. But on the other side, it's totally green. So I was like, well, that might be nice because when I fold it over, it'll be a total different pop of color, So I'm going to take this. I'm going to see about if this is something that I don't need the extended cutting plates for. I hope I don't. Oh, thank goodness. It goes edge to edge on the regular plates. I have the extended cutting plates. They're just sitting over there. People ask me all the time what I prefer as far as the Empress or the Gemini machines. So I always say, if you have really big things to cut, you might as well go with the Gemini, but it's huge. So I have my Gemini over at this table. I never, ever use it. I won't sell it. It's too heavy. Oh my gosh. What did I sell this last time around in my D-stash? It wasn't even that heavy. What was it? Yeah, it was my Gemini Go. And I think a gal bought it in New York, and it was $30 just in shipping, just over $30. And I was like, okay. And that's why I was curious. I was telling you guys, because it didn't fit in one of the priority rate boxes, like the regular priority rate. It just barely, because I put it in the box and I packaged it up real nice, So I was just like, wow. So I will never sell something like the Gemini, that big one, even though I hardly ever use it. Okay, so the next one will be the Empress. It's a little, I think the cutting size is a little bit smaller, but what's interesting is the Gemini comes with the big plate. The Empress, you have to buy extended cutting plates for it, and they're like $60 a set, right? I mean, you can get them on sale and stuff, but that's one of the differences. So I use the Empress all the time because I have her here next to me, and then I have the Gemini Junior, which is probably what I use the most often, but right now, since mostly everything can fit through my marquee, I use the marquee, so, So all I did was just eyeball this. I'm just going to cut this out And on this one, see, that's kind of interesting. I guess maybe I should cut it on this side. No, this is fine. No, that's gonna gouge out. Yeah, so if I cut it this way, when I turn it over to go use it, the cut in the die, you know what I'm saying? Like the way it kind of pushes in the paper nicely will be on this outer side. So I think that's what I'll do. I'm gonna put it on the side that's facing back. I don't want this to move at all, but I'm just gonna place this down very carefully. This is legitimately like just side to side. I don't know. You probably would be better off using the larger cutting plate, but I am not gonna do it. I'm just gonna use this and we'll see what happens. It's kind of like partial die cutting where if a piece is hanging off, let me look at this again. If a piece is hanging off, it's not gonna cut all the way through because you don't have the full sandwich, you know? This may not work. We will see. I would hate to have to bust out the other things just for that. And not everybody has the extended cutting plates, so let's see what happens, guys. I guess the other thing you can do is do a little bit and a little bit, right? But like I've shown you guys how to cut other... Look, it's not even going. There it goes. When I've shown you guys to cut other things where if it's too big, you can do half of it and then the other half. But with this one, it pretty much has to be there or else, you know, you're just not going to get it. Let's... Ooh, sorry. That was loud. Woo! It barely got it right here. Look at that. So pretty much the corners, you know, if I had maybe put it all the way to one corner and then not the other. And that, to me, this is worth not having to pull out my extended cutting plates, but that's, you know, up to you. I'm just going to trim this little piece away. So it gouged it, but it did not cut it. Hold on. So, if you have the Gemini, this will not be a problem. If you have the extended cutting plates, obviously it's not going to be a problem. Or like I said, just really make sure it's on one complete edge, and then the next time run it through completely, you know, pushed over to the other side. I suppose that's another thing you can do. Okay, so we have this, and I mean everything cut out other than those edges, right? And I wanted this to come forward. Oh, this is the other thing. I already have a pattern on here, so I don't care about this part. But if you want to emboss this, you would leave it, turn it up, put your rubber embossing mat and run it through again because this has embossability all over it. And look at that. It was going to be pretty just to use it as a stencil. Really nice. I would probably put it this way. That way it's flat. You can stencil through that. But again, like I said, this already has a lot of pattern to it and I don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and find the score marks, and you can see them here. Again, if you emboss it, you're going to get those score marks even better, but for me, I'm just going to do this. And I was curious to see what the inside is. I think Anna had mentioned that it's a 4-inch square, maybe, on the inside. I don't know, but we're going to have to find that out right now. And I guess you really don't even have to measure if you just want to grab your Compendium dies and just put one in there and see what works for you. But let's say... Oh no, it's bigger than that. It is 4 3/4 inches, like 4 3/4 inches right up against each other. So if you're gonna cut a piece of paper, I would probably do it 4.5 inch square, just so that you don't end up bumping it and looking kind of odd. Trying to see which one of these I want to use. Obviously that's too big. Let's go with another one. I think that might work once it's cut out. Let's see. Yeah. So I don't think I grabbed the piece of paper for this. So let me grab, oh, you know what, maybe do I have something? Actually, I feel in a purple mood, but let me see. Oh, this is really deep purple. I was thinking about lavender color, but you know what? Let's go for it. So I'm going to cut this one. And again, just eyeballing it, but you can... So I'm going to cut this out first, and then I will emboss it with the embossing folder. The These are the exact same plates I've been using since I bought this machine. I've never switched them out. And I think I've only used the large one time. And I always try to keep my magnetic mat off of it. And I flip it over, like, see? Good thing I flipped it over, because look how much that moved. Sometimes whenever I put down that die, I check if I didn't tape it, because you never know. Okay. And I'm holding this like a tight sandwich. I'm gonna pop this through. I already forgot what I was talking about. Sorry, guys. And you know what? Well, some of this is going to show, these flowers. Most of it's going to be covered up right now. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, and then where's my embossing folder? I start off with a ton of stuff. Okay. So again, with her embossing folders, where her name is, that's where the embossing is going to come up into. You can obviously press down however you want. So I'm going to face it this way. So my paper is the same on either side, but I do want to put this right in the middle. Try to put that in there nicely. I can see it's a little too high. Bring it down a little bit. Trying to see what I think. That's probably good. Okay, so normally it's between the two plates. If you need to put the metal shim for more pressure, if this doesn't work out, then you can do that. And I'm just gonna cut out that medallion, and then obviously you decorate it however you would like. I have tons of her stickers, so maybe I'll come back with something like that. And what I mean by that is like those 3D stickers, right? Those dimensional ones. Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. That is a deep emboss. Look at that. Both sides are pretty. I like that one, and I like the way this came out. I mean, either way, it's gorgeous. So what I was thinking about is with that medallion, is if I cut it out and put it on here, that'd be really cute. But at the same time, you know, you put it out here as a part of the decoration from the outside, and then when you open it, it kind of repeats a circle. You know? I don't know. Let me... Oh, you know what? I don't think this even came with... Did I just have an idea sheet? You guys remember when I pulled it out of the envelope? I don't remember seeing an idea sheet. Let me go back. Yeah, I did, obviously. Here it is. Sorry. So on her idea sheet, she has like decorations or like the little circle right in the middle there. I was thinking about the belly band thing, because how else would you hold it down? I don't know. All right, and let me think. This and this. More purple? What do you guys think? Huh. Yeah, maybe I'll make this gold. Let me grab a little piece of her gold paper. Okay, here's a piece of the Anna Griffin gold cardstock. This is just from a kit that I've had for a long time. Just cut that out. And I will put some tape on this one. Maybe I'll even emboss this one. We'll see. Hope you're all doing well today. I figured this would be kind of quick because I'm not going to do any stamping. I'm not doing anything else, just cutting. So I was like, well, you know what? It's a good a day as any to do this video for this particular item. Let me see here. I don't know that it has any embossing. She usually, look, it just cuts completely out. So there is some around this edge here, though. Huh. All right. Let's go ahead and emboss it, even though it's literally just that little circles around the very edge, and most of them got embossed, but not quite. So let's put that there. Put this on here. Hope it does not move. And again, if you don't have enough pressure there, you can put the metal plate, but you cannot do the magnetic mat and the rubber mat. Okay, you always have to remove the magnetic mat. Same thing with Crafter's Companion. I know with my marquee, obviously, we don't have to worry about any of that. We just use our folder. That wasn't the most pressure because I can still see that these are bumps, but these are kind of missing, but that's as much time as I'm going to spend on that. Oopsie. All right, guys. So that is it. Well, let me see. still trying to think if I want to do some ribbon or not. Let me grab some of my stickers and we'll see how we want to finish this up. You know, I'm not going to dress it up right now because, again, whenever I do something like this and I'm not sure what I want to do with it or who I'm going to give it to, and especially with one like this that has a nice papers and I've used my nice, you know, things on it, I'd rather just wait for that part, and I'm sorry. So what I'm going to do is stick this down. And I'm going to use my all-purpose glue just because there is embossing and I want the glue to get in there and all over. Sometimes just running a dry glue behind here, like your tape runner, might end up coming off later. So a nice wet glue will get in the nooks and crannies and really hold things down. So, you know, if I was to end up giving this to whoever, or birthday, something, I would just put some little stickers in here to kind of maybe around here have a little sentiment. And what I'm going to do with these guys is nothing for right now, but I'm going to grab some of this, and this is bright pink, and I am just liking these colors. No big deal. This is just some of that Glamour organza ribbon I got not too long ago from a mystery bag from Crafters Companion's warehouse sale, if you guys saw that video. And I'm trying to see how much I need. Okay, so what I'm going to do is bring this guy in. And I'm going to put the ribbon through these slats right here. So, of course, the ribbon gets a little bit damaged on the edges. I'll just cut that off. And if you wanted to put another, if you really want this to stay and not fall off the ribbon, you could just glue it down in the back with like another square piece of cardstock. You know what I'm saying? Kind of layer it up in there. And what I would do is pull, pull, pull. This is a very fancy, fancy thing, you guys. Hold all those down. What's nice about that gold ribbon, or let me, where's my bone folder? This definitely needs to be bone folded or wants to just pop up. There we go. Oh, about using that gold cardstock is that it's super sturdy, so this feels really good. When I pulled it, it didn't even like do anything to the gold paper. It just went with it. Super fancy. I probably put out too much of this pink organza ribbon, but that's alright. So I'm going to take this and tie it. So let's just pretend you can imagine I had a sentiment on here. And that's your little tie to finish it all up. And I'm definitely going to cut some of this organza off. It was way too big. But there it is. So I just want to try it out and, you know, see if it's anything you guys are interested in or want to know how to use. It was very simple. And what I was trying to say is if I would stick this down, if you don't want this to move, is just put another like square piece of paper on the back of here to glue it down. Or maybe even your sentiment, like if you want to write something, not just a sentiment, but like an actual card, you can just put a little blank here, maybe cut the same shape as the purple so it's pretty, and then you can write whatever it is that you want to say to that person there. And then this is the, you know, the pretty part of your card. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll have links in the description box, and let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye now.